Actually, I'm not very surprised. I mean, it's United States, and they always do things like that. So they always try to find a problem, but they push it away from to other countries. So,
Well, I think that's a very bad thing to do from the New York City Major, because then we're going to have trouble on this side, maybe.
And we are assisting in interviewing those who seek to go somewhere else. Some want to go to Canada, some wants to go to warmer states, and we are there for them.
Ouais, ben encore là, ça facilite l'illégalité. Puis, quelque part, on est un petit peu faible. On a nos frontières, tu sais, avec nos frontières. Sous l'administration Trudeau, on a tendance à être un petit peu laxiste là-dessus, mais c'est sûr que ça va peut-être changer si Trudeau s'en va, mais tant que Trudeau va être là, on va tout le temps avoir un problème de cet ordre-là. Parce que lui, il mise sur ça pour avoir ses votes, puis on sait la chanson, on connaît la chanson, hein, c'est plus nouveau pour personne ce que Trudeau fait, on sait c'est quoi.
Hey, Alexa Labois for Ribbon News. It's Thursday, February 8th, and I am in Place des Arts, Montreal. Today, we will address the well-known problem of Roxham Road, which never ceases to surprise us. For those who are not familiar with this Canadian problem, Roxham Road is an illegal port of entry into Canada via the United States, located 45 minutes from Montreal, between two legal borders, Saint-Bernard-de-la-Colle and Hemingford. In 2017, the passage was largely unknown before Donald Trump came to power, following the new immigration policy. Mr. Trudeau published this message on Twitter. To those fleeing persecution, terror, and war, Canadians will welcome you regardless of your fate. Diversity is our strength. Welcome to Canada. Subsequently, this irregular passage became a real sieve of asylum seekers. This phenomenon was exacerbated specifically after the border was supposedly closed due to COVID-19 pandemic on November 23, 2021. In 2022, approximately 60,000 illegal immigrants arrived in Quebec, more than double the annual number before the pandemic. According to data from Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, the RCMP intercepted more than 34,000 asylum seekers who did not use official port of entry in Quebec between January and November 2022, compared to 316 elsewhere in Canada. The opposition of Premier Legault, the Parti québécois, tabled a motion in the Province National Assembly last week calling on the government to close Roxham Road with the help of the police of Quebec if necessary. February 6, the government of Quebec has announced that it will increase funding for community groups that help migrants in the context of a sharp increase in the number of asylum seekers entering Canada through the unofficial border crossing of Roxham Road, with an emergency aid of $3.5 million. This announcement came at the same time that the mayor of New York revealed that his administration was providing bus tickets to migrants who wanted to leave the city, including those traveling north of the border.
We found that people had other destinations, but they were being compelled only to come to New York City, and we are assisting in interviewing those who seek to go somewhere else. Some want to go to Canada, some wants to go to warmer states, and we are there for them.
If you, like me, you think that what is going on with the New York City sending their migrant to Canada and everything that is around Roxham Road, I invite you to take action today. Go to stoptraffickingtocanada.com. Sign our petition on this website. You can also send a message to the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, that enough is enough and their problem is not ours. Thanks. In one of the report of my colleague Sheila Gunn-Reid, she told us that in 2022, the cost of smuggling illegal immigrants to Roxham Road was more than $201 million, not counting the staffing-related costs. But that's not all. Nearly 82% of illegal immigrants crossing Roxham Road end up in taxpayer-funded hotel. There would be a total of 14 contract hotels across the country. The document covered the period of 2018 to October 2022. You can see the full report by my colleague Sheila Gunn-Reid in my bio. But today, let's ask the people in Montreal what they think about the free bus ticket offered by the mayor of New York City, and also how they feel about their tax being invested for hotel room for these illegal immigrants crossing from Roxham Road. Let's check it out. Now the mayor of New York is paying a bus ticket for the immigrant to come close to the border of Canada, to Roxham Road, to cross illegally into Canada. What do you think about that?
I think that nothing should be legal.
Well, I mean, my parents were immigrants, so I'm kind of torn because in one respect, it's hard for them to get to the border. So he's just aiding them to get to Canada, if that's what their request is, to get to Canada. But I'm not sure that's the case. Well, I think there's a protocol getting into Canada. And if you're a legal immigrant, then you follow the proper procedures and protocols that are set up by the Canadian government.
Well, I think that's a very bad thing to do from the New York City Major, because then we're going to have trouble on this side, maybe.
Ça n'a pas d'allure, évidemment. C'est comme envoyer le problème ailleurs, tu sais.
Est-ce que c'est vrai ou est-ce que c'est juste une rumeur quoi?
Non,
C'est un peu.
toutes les nouvelles en parlent.
Ok, d'accord. Bah, c'est un peu. Ils ont un problème et puis ils nous le donnent, quoi. C'est un peu ça, non? Ça me donne. C'est ça que je pense.
Actually, I'm not very surprised. I mean, it's United States. They always do things like that. So they always try to find a problem, but they push it away from to other countries. So
Ça devrait pas, hein? C'est une espèce de manière d'eux autres de se débarrasser du problème, mais de nous le donner à nous autres. Ça devrait pas. C'est pas une manière de dealer, de gérer la situation.
How do you feel as a taxpayer person to see the tax being used for paying hotel for these illegal immigrants to be lodged?
That's a good question. We vote the government in, so we are the government. So if they're using our money or the taxpayers' money to do that, we voted them in.
It's definitely not a good thing, but all of these immigration matters are difficult, right? Because on one hand, you have all these people who needs something, but on the other hand, it's difficult for the country because a lot of people is coming here and maybe you don't know the intentions that they have in the country other than using taxpayer money. So it becomes difficult.
Je suis pas au courant de ça, mais effectivement, c'est révoltant, quoi, je dirais.
Moi, si on est pour mettre de l'argent, que ces gens-là, ils rentrent ici d'une ville où la majorité parle français, qu'on leur enseigne le français, on soit certain qu'il y a une certaine éducation, ça, c'est pour moi, c'est beaucoup plus important que n'importe quoi. Parce que tu peux fermer le chemin Roxham, il y en a d'autres qui vont venir ailleurs.
I think that's bad because, like, right now, tons of streets are really bad conditions. So I think they should take that tax to repair those streets or something for the ones who pay the taxes.
Well, about that, that's more a tricky question because I know that if they're actually going out of their countries because there's something happening in their country, so the conditions, the living conditions are not well there. But it's also tricky for us because we are paying for them, and we also don't. Well, individual persons, we don't have actually the money for it, but well, that's just a problem that happened a lot in very countries actually. So it's a very tricky question because it depends on a lot of things. So.
Ouais, mais encore là, ça facilite l'illégalité. Puis quelque part, on est un petit peu faible. On a nos frontières, tu sais, avec nos frontières, sous l'administration Trudeau, on a tendance à être un petit peu laxiste là-dessus, mais c'est sûr que ça va peut-être changer si Trudeau s'en va, mais tant que Trudeau va être là, on va tout le temps avoir un problème de cet ordre-là. Parce que lui, il mise sur ça pour avoir ses votes, puis on sait la chanson, on connaît la chanson, hein? C'est plus nouveau pour personne ce que Trudeau fait, on sait c'est quoi.
If you like me, you think that what is going on with the New York City sending their migrant to Canada and everything that is around Roxham Road, I invite you to take action today. Go to stoptraffickingtocanada.com. Sign our petition on this website. You can also send a message to the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, that enough is enough. And their problem is not ours. Thanks.